Hi there! Welcome to the first edition of the Wesley Community TV Cooking Show. I am Wesley Nutritional Services Executive Chef Nathan Daly. We hope to present these fun cooking segments on a regular basis, so please keep an eye out for more in the future, and they'll be presented on the Wesley TV channel. Today we are preparing our chicken enchilada chowder, which we'll be serving at this year's 20th anniversary Saratoga Chowderfest. Chowderfest is one of the area's most anticipated events of the year, with more than 80 vendors taking part. It features live music, family-friendly activities, and of course a wide variety of chowders. So chowder is a type of soup or stew prepared with a milk or a cream, and it's often thickened with a roux or some crushed crackers. Some common chowders include clam, seafood, corn, and a variety of fish chowders. Some people include Manhattan clam chowder as a type of chowder. Others dispute its classification as it is a tomato-based rather than a milk and cream base. Today we will be preparing our chicken enchilada chowder, so let's get started. Okay, so in preparing today's chicken enchilada, we have all our ingredients needed here laid out on the table. We have an extra virgin olive oil, chopped onion, white onion. We have a diced chicken breasts, minced garlic, corn, black bean, milk, enchilada sauce, cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, diced tomatoes, and then for our garnish we have crispy tortilla strips and a sour cream. Okay, so we're going to get started with making our chicken enchilada chowder today. What we like to do is start off always with hot oil. We're going to take about 2 tablespoons of our extra virgin, get it in the pan, get the heat on. And I always like to start with a hot oil, so I like to get it heated up a little bit before I start adding any more ingredients into the pan. It's a fairly entry-level chowder to make. It took about 15 minutes to prepare. What we're going to make today is going to serve about 6 or 8 servings. So once we have our oil hot and in the pan, we'll take a 1/4 cup of the minced onion and we'll add that into our hot oil. Give that a little stir. And we will let that saute down for about a minute until the onions become a little bit of a translucent. We don't want to get any color, brown, or burn them at all. Make sure you get them off the sides of the pan, nothing stuck to the sides. That will make it burn and turn brown. And once you see them getting a little translucent, next, we're going to add 1 pound of our diced up chicken breasts. Be very careful when you add things into your oil. You don't want to splash yourself. Give the chicken a stir, and what we're looking to do here is get it nice and brown on all sides. Before the chicken gets browned on off all sides, I'd like to give it a little seasoning with some salt and pepper. Now as we cook this raw chicken in this pan with all the oil and the onions, the flavor of the chicken and the broths will come out, giving a nice flavor to our chowder. Once we have our chicken browned off in a nice color, add in our minced garlic for 2 tablespoons. We give that a minute, not too long. Again, we don't want to burn the garlic or give it much of a, we want to roast it but not get it brown or too much color. But we do want it to cook. So once it cooks down a little, all the flavors of that garlic are going to come right out. The next step that we'll do is deglaze it with a little bit of the chicken stock. That's going to get any of the nice brown pieces that are on the bottom of the pan to come off and loose and really flavor up our stew, our chowder. We'll just let that cook for 30 seconds. Okay, that looks perfect. So next we're going to add our milk. That was 1 cup of whole milk. We have 15 ounces of a cream of chicken soup that we prepared earlier. Have 15 ounces of the enchilada sauce. I'm going to add that right in. Next, we'll take our tomatoes, black beans, and corn. We have 15 ounces of each of these ingredients. We'll add these right into our chowder. So I want to let that come up to a boil and turn it down to a nice simmer. Let that simmer over for 15 minutes. Make sure all the chicken's cooked, all the flavors come out. Okay, so our chowder's been simmering off now for about 15 minutes. All the flavors have melted out and chicken should be all the way cooked through. We're going to add our cheeses, our final step to the chowder. We have a cup of cheddar and a cup of the Monterey Jack. We're going to add those right into the soup. Make sure we get it all in there. Give it a good stir. We're going to make sure all that cheese really melts into the soup because that's really going to act as a thickener and kind of bring everything together for us. Once we're pretty confident it's melted in there, we want to turn off the heat so it doesn't continue cooking down anymore. At this point, we're ready to plate up. Smells really good. Looks like a chowder should, not too thick, not too thin. It's going to be a little bit more than a regular chicken noodle soup consistency or a broth-based soup, but with the thickened cream. Everybody knows like a cream of chicken, cream of potato, that's the kind of consistency that we're shooting for here. We're going to plate up 3 of these dishes. I like a nice 8-ounce ladle, stirring around in the pot, making sure you're getting a nice amount of the broth and all the accompaniments. We're going to garnish that with a pinch of our tortilla chips fried off. Pinch or 2 should do you. And then we'll top each one with a teaspoon of the sour cream, maybe a little more or less depending on your likings. And we're ready to taste. I like to make sure I get a little bit of everything on the spoon. And that could definitely be a winner. This has been a Wesley Community TV show. Tune in next time for more recipes. I'm Chef Nathan Daly. Thanks for watching.